In my opinion, the consultants caught exactly what the people were saying. And I believe the honesty of what the people are saying comes through it, through and through. And it's the brutal facts. It's what we need to know to move forward.
A lot of information went into it, and there was a great bringing together of the information, sharing the information so that people were aware of all of the opinions, not just a few.
I just think it's makes me feel very hopeful for the future of Innisfil. I thought it had a lot of good ideas, and I think it laid it out very well, and I just felt that it identified a lot of potential for Innisfil. So I feel very hopeful that the town is going to grow in a very beneficial way and develop in a very beneficial way.
There are a great deal of people in the town that have spent numerous hours to move the town forward to what it is today.
But I think a lot of good ideas came out of it. I think it's a good idea to have done it.
Having a consulting firm come in and you know, be independent and I guess unbiased or objective, and being able to spend all the time they have in gathering all the different feedback from everybody throughout the town of Innisfil really gives the council, you know, a good understanding of where people want to go, and with that strategic plan, you know, and whatever tweaking that needs to happen for it, you know, it allows the council to now take a look at a bigger picture. So when they are doing planning sessions, whether it's on development or, you know, on community things, that they have something to reference against and understand that this is what the community is looking for. So I think that's huge.
I think it's needed, and it's something that will give a higher profile to the community.
I think that by and large the report is very well thought out. Clearly a lot of research has gone into it.
It's an opportunity to use this strategy and this draft as a template for the vision of Innisfil.
It's a great start. I think there's a lot of great ideas there. Hopefully they can be capitalized on and see through to the end.
This big thing, and it's inspire Innisfil. It's going to leave us behind. Just the opposite. It's going to give more voices and more support to your cause in Lafoy, in Alcona, in Stroud, you know, in Cookstown. It's going to make the community aware, and the community is going to take part ownership because it's all our community. So people that feel they're going to get alienated through this are missing the whole point.
Innisfil happened through political happenings and people's identification with particular communities was obstructed by that process, which could have led to a feeling of loss and grief. And in fact, I think what it's done is to mobilize people. I'm really quite amazed at the number of people that have gotten involved in this. And as long as the momentum can be kept up, I think there's lots of energy to harness and lots of good ideas, and I think people can make things go forward.
From a youth perspective, I think one of the things about Innisfil is that just like grade school or high school or university, it kind of feels like a stage. It doesn't quite feel like a permanent thing. Having a hospital, having more jobs, less people leaving the town of Innisfil, I think it would definitely feel more like a permanent place, definitely have a more solid feel, and I think that's really important for sure for youth.
A lot of the points, a lot of the proposals, I think were in very general terms, and it kind of worried me that some of these things sound very nice, but how do you implement that? And you know, I have faith that the detail is coming, maybe in the final report or in the further steps along, but I think as a start, I think it's great.
It is always, I think, a good idea for a municipality to do long-term planning, and in this case, that's exactly what Inspiring Innisfil is meant to do.
Strategic plan gives opportunity for the community to actually come together, though as I learn about the community and as I become part of it, it's very spread out, and there is opportunity, I think, for people to build their resources together and to be able to create some sort of a center where people can feel connected across the region.
If We have, for example, one studio tour, one chamber of commerce. It brings us together because we're all working for the same thing. We all want the same thing. We want our community to be great. We want to be proud of it, and we want to show it off. We're all a part of it. We're all family. Cookstown, Guildford, Lefroy, we're all part of the family. We want to show off that whole family.
But I definitely think that there needs to be a feel of unity. There needs to be a singular Innisfil, rather than these separate bits and pieces.
I have to commend council for their vision, past council and current council, to know that we need to listen to the people that live and breathe Innisfil, are so passionate about it, to hear what they have to say.
It's much like a painting, you know, where you approach it and you have a blank canvas. And, you know, you just start applying your paint, and over the course of time, things just start emerging, you know, and as you come towards the final, you know, strokes of paint and that you want to put on your painting, it has turned into something that was just so wonderful and magical that you couldn't have imagined from the beginning.
I think if we can take it and run with it, we have a great foundation to build the future on.
When I look at the report, I just can't help feel so optimistic about the future.
This is in everyone's best interests to support solidly this endeavor, and obviously the time's been put into it, the consultation has taken place. You have such a wide range of interest in this project. Yes, let's strike while the iron is hot.